ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Culpeper Curland. Auto accident? Call Culpeper Curland. From Tampa Bay streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News.
Today, education leaders in Polk County will discuss changing school start times. Coming up, how you can get involved in the conversation. And former President Donald Trump is facing a deadline to pay a $454 million bond in his civil fraud case. What happens if he cannot pay it? Thanks for joining us here on ABC Action News at 3. I'm Lauren St. Germain. School start times will be changing across Florida because of a new state law. And today, education leaders in Polk County will discuss how to make that transition. The first of a series of town hall meetings kicks off tonight. ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott has the details. Trump Media owns the social media platform Truth Social. We know a lot about this November's election already. We know former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden are their respective parties' presumptive nominees. We also know this is a matchup many Americans are dreading. So could a third-party candidate actually win this time around? As Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George explains, the coming weeks will be critical in determining whether a serious challenger emerges. Still ahead, we show you the progress being made at the Tangerine Plaza in St. Pete to fight food insecurity and bring a new free grocery store.
The Action News is sponsored by Culpeper Curland.
At the end of this, I know that I'm going to be with my person.
Sponsored locally by Spectrum. One connection, total connectivity.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
Everybody at 3:11, I'm ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips on your Monday afternoon. Beautiful day out there. Pretty breezy, though. The winds have been gusty most of the day, and I think that continues tonight and into the first half of Tuesday. Temperatures really comfortable, a little bit above average, upper 70s to the lower 80s, 80 in Zephyr Hills, 82 Plant City, 81 Tampa, upper 70s Clearwater to St. Pete, Venice at 86, and Sarasota at 84. Now the winds continue to gust out of the southeast at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So really windy out there with a small craft advisory in effect for the offshore waters. Right now, Tampa, partly sunny and 81 degrees, winds gusting out of the southeast at 26 miles an hour, the dew point in the upper 50s. Lots of sunshine today, lots of sunshine tomorrow, lots of sunshine on Wednesday. Our next front looks like it comes in on Thursday morning with some showers and maybe even a couple of stronger thunderstorms as well. So futurecast tonight, partly cloudy, mild. Tomorrow morning, under mostly sunny skies. Temperatures primarily in the 50s. And then more sunshine, mixture of clouds and sun through the day. 8 o'clock, partly cloudy skies and temperatures still in the 70s. And then by Wednesday morning, you kind of see what's coming in from the northwest. There's your front. Now, it's going to take about 24 hours to get from there to here. There might be a few showers out ahead of it late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night. But overall, the best chance of this coming through will be on Thursday morning into the afternoon. And like I said, there is the chance we could see a couple of severe storms out of this on Thursday. Back behind it for Good Friday and Easter Sunday, the weather looks great. Lower humidity, cooler, really nice weather. So we go highs in the mid-70s with morning lows back down in the upper 40s to low 50s on Friday morning, and then a warm-up by the time we roll into next week. So again, looking at rain potential, that would be overnight Wednesday. Much better chance on Thursday, and also probably the highest chance will be across our northern counties as well. I think it'll probably weaken a little bit as it gets closer and pushes through the area. There's Florida's most accurate 7 days, sunny and 85 on Tuesday, sunny and 83 on Wednesday. Some rain rolls in overnight. Thursday, showers and storms likely, and then cooler over Easter weekend.
I'm Nadine Yanis with one nonprofit's new fight to end food insecurity and bring a new free grocery store to Midtown St. Pete. This is a story we have been following through for you in this underserved community since 2017. 7 years ago, a neighborhood Walmart in the area closed its stores down for good in Tangerine Plaza, leaving a gap in this community, contributing to what many called a food desert. A year later, St. Pete leaders were back in talks with potential developers. 6 new proposals on the table, including including a farmer's market, affordable housing, a grocery store, even a roller skating rink. Some of these options bringing hope to those who live there, many with no car and no access to fresh food. But nothing really came of it as negotiations and other proposals fell through. In 2020, we saw neighbors helping neighbors, even opening up a small community garden to fill the gap here, but they were denied eligibility to accept EBT. Since then, conversations have gone nowhere and frustrations grew. In March of 2021, a new Whole Foods opened up in North St. Pete, along with 6 other grocery stores, all within a 1-mile radius. All of these options across town, while Tangerine Plaza stayed empty. But now here we are, 3 years later, 2 new proposals are on the table, either to build an affordable housing complex or bring a free permanent grocery store through Positive Impact Ministries.
The colorful and vibrant Hindu festival of Holi begins today. The annual celebration marks the start of spring and symbolizes good overpowering evil. Over the weekend, more than 1,000 people gathered in Zephyr Hills to sing and dance and immerse themselves in the joyous spirit of the celebration. They wore white accented with bright colors. More than 1 billion Hindus in India, Nepal, and other South Asian countries mark the holiday, which celebrates love and signifies a time of rebirth and rejuvenation.
This is a swimming legend right here, a swimming legend.
This is Sean Daly in Tampa, where this man is making history at the Bob Sierra Family YMCA. You'll meet this remarkable swimmer coming right up.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
How you doing, everybody? On this Monday afternoon, 3:22, I'm ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. Beautiful day, pretty breezy out there. Winds gusting up to about 30 miles an hour in most of the area, with temperatures anywhere from the upper 70s along the coast to the middle 80s. From Sarasota down to Venice, Lakeland at 81. The winds are coming in out of the southeast. And again, they've been pretty strong, anywhere between about 20 and 30 miles an hour over the last hour. Those have been the gusts. So there's a look at the satellite picture. All is quiet, a little bit of cloud cover, but certainly no rain, and nor will there be any on Tuesday. And I don't expect any on most of Wednesday either, although late Wednesday night into Thursday, things begin to change. So overnight, partly cloudy. Temperatures come wake-up time mostly in the 50s. Afternoon highs tomorrow back in the low to middle 80s under partly to mostly sunny skies. Wednesday looks good too. But by Wednesday night into early Thursday, we got a front that's coming in, and that front is going to bring us a pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms, and potentially even a couple of stronger thunderstorms on Thursday morning. We'll have to watch that. So throughout the afternoon, partly cloudy skies, very breezy. Temperatures in the 80s right now, dropping into the 60s after midnight. And I think some of us wake up in the upper 50s to lower 60s. And then over the next 3 days, rain chances increase late Wednesday into Thursday, but over Easter weekend, I think it looks great. It'll be cooler, it'll be pleasant, with high temperatures in the upper 70s.
People love the story. There is a real story behind it. There is a real family behind it.
They want you to keep on buying more insurance, and all the money I'm spending on insurance, I could be working on the house.
This man came out of the military, try to figure out what's going to be my next career.
It's okay to rebuild your family unit and start over. It's just okay.
You know, I'm not going to let this storm break me or win.
Here's an inspirational story for you. A Carrollwood man is about to turn 70 years old, but getting older has not stopped him from becoming a swimming legend at his local YMCA. Last year, Scott Nelson swam more than 500 miles, and he told our Sean Daly he has even bigger plans for this year.
From Tampa Bay streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News.
We fought over a year, and we got great news.
Why the fight to protect 2 beacons of Black history in West Tampa feels so personal for one local organization. And there's a new place in the Bay Area that will study Florida's coral reefs. Coming up next, why the work is so crucial in our state. Hello, I'm Lauren St. Germain. This is ABC Action News Plus. The University of South Florida is addressing the need for more on-campus housing. Hundreds of students are on the standby list for housing in the fall. ABC Action News reporter Keela McCormick shows us how the university is working to fix the issue. Today, Hillsborough County Head Start is holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony for its new state-of-the-art Early Childhood Education Center. This is the first Head Start and Early Head Start Center Hillsborough County has opened in nearly 10 years. It's at Church Park off Webb Road. The new center has the capacity for 40 preschoolers and 16 infants and toddlers. The Department of Education says a calculation error on the free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, could further delay several 100,000 financial aid forms. This could delay students' ability to choose which college they can afford to attend. Typically, colleges send financial aid award letters to students in March and request a decision by May 1st on whether they plan to enroll in the fall. Many colleges have already delayed this timeline because of the problems with FAFSA. A decades-old scam is evolving thanks to social media and artificial intelligence. Virtual kidnappers are using recordings and online posts to appear more realistic than ever. Our consumer reporter John Matteries has one man's warning so you don't waste your money.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
How you doing, everybody? At 3:41 on this Monday afternoon, I'm ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. Beautiful day, pretty breezy out there, though. Winds have been gusty out of the southeast all afternoon long. I think that'll continue tonight and into the first half of tomorrow as well. Temperatures along the coast, every bit as warm as inland areas, except for the exception of, well, St. Pete. So why is it warmer along the coast than inland when typically it's the other way around? Because the winds are so strong out of the southeast that they're pinning the sea breeze just offshore. So as the air travels across the warmer up, and by the time it makes it to the coast, it's as warm as it can be. Again, if we had a sea breeze coming in, it would cool off the coast, but that sea breeze is unable to make it in because of this. Strong southeast winds at 20 to 30 miles an hour. So there you have it. That's why our coastal areas are every bit as warm, if not warmer, than inland areas. The airport 81 right now and mostly cloudy with southeast winds at 10, gusting in the last few minutes to 26 miles an hour. Satellite picture, beautiful day. That's not going to change anytime soon. Tuesday and Wednesday look very nice as well. Overnight, partly cloudy skies. Still breezy overnight with temperatures mostly in the 50s to lower 60s. Afternoon highs on Tuesday back in the low to middle 80s. Now, the winds will start to come down a little bit in the afternoon, but still enough of a southeasterly wind and strong enough to keep that sea breeze probably pinned just offshore along coastal areas. Wednesday, nice day. But we turn our attention to the northwest because this front, while it won't get here on Wednesday, it will get here on Thursday. So on Thursday, expect showers, expect thunderstorms, stronger storms on Thursday as this line comes through. And what's behind it for Easter weekend? Beautiful weather, sunny skies, lower humidity, and slightly cooler air on Thursday and Good Friday. Easter Sunday should be sunny and 82 degrees. So looking really, really beautiful. Again, there's your rain chances on Thursday, clearing out on Friday and right on into the weekend. For the boaters, pretty gusty out there. Southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots. A small craft advisory has been issued. Here's Florida's most accurate 7-day, 85 on Tuesday, 83 on Wednesday. Scattered showers and storms on Thursday, clearing by the weekend.
I'm Nadine Yanis, staying on top of Florida's property insurance crisis, as so many of you say it is pricing you out of paradise. Every week, we are committed to staying on top of the latest with these top 3 headlines topping insurance news this week. Beginning with a new report that shows upward of 6 million people are going without home insurance in the United States right now. It comes from the Consumer Federation of America that found that uninsured property makes up 7.4% of all of the properties in the nation. It's totaling more than $1.6 trillion worth of unprotected value, raising concerns of the extreme risk of uninsured losses from a natural disaster. And that risk, it is hitting certain populations more. The study found that the lack of home insurance also contributes to racial inequality, with Black, Hispanic, and Native American homeowners disproportionately lacking insurance. It comes as the U.S. Senate Budget Committee is investigating citizens right now for how much of a risk they have in the state of Florida, as the state of insurer of last resort is now the largest insurer in Florida. The chairman of the Senate Budget Committee sent a letter to citizens this week demanding information about the financial state of insurance and how citizens plans to pay out losses if a major storm hits. It comes as DeSantis earlier this month told CNBC that Citizens is, quote, not solvent. Insolvency means it can't pay its bills. However, in a response this week, Citizens has answered all demands by the Senate committee in December, detailing how it would be able to pay out the claims in the case of a major storm. And that comes as many insurance companies buy their own insurance for that exact reason. Now, in a new proposal for Congress is to change that with the goal of lowering those premiums by allowing insurance companies to buy less reinsurance. Broward County Commissioner Steve Geller wants to allow companies to buy enough reinsurance to cover the worst case scenario. Congress rejected similar plans in the past because lawmakers say that this was more of a Florida problem. But this time, Geller says that with other parts of the country now vulnerable to wildfires, flooding, tornadoes, and other natural disasters, it could change their minds. And if it does, of course, we will tell you right here. Until then, continue to tell us what you're dealing with when it comes to Florida's insurance crisis. Are you being dropped? Your rates still rising? We are always listening. Go ahead, scan this QR code, fill out the form, and tell us your insurance story. It will then be directly sent to our team and to me.
The latest unemployment numbers for Florida show the percent of people who are unemployed held steady from January to February. The state released numbers on Friday, which show an overall rate of 3.1%. That is below the national average. In Hillsborough County, the new data shows a rate of 3.2% in February. That's the same as January, but up from 2.7% 1 year ago.
I see a lot of jobs in the field that I'm looking for, you know what I mean? So I'm just, I'm hoping, I can get something quick. You know what I mean? I don't want to wait 3, 4, 5 months looking for work.
Career Source Tampa Bay says they're seeing about 20 to 25% more people coming into the job center now than from 1 year ago.
Well, we first introduced you to Sheila Hawk back during the pandemic when she was starting her own sustainable personal care business out of her own home. Fast forward just a few years, and now she has 2 brick and mortars. Coming up, we'll tell you all about it.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
How you doing, everybody? 3:51. ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips on this Monday afternoon. Beautiful weather out there. Real breezy, though, with winds out of the southeast at about 20, gusting up to over 30 miles an hour in some spots. And that means coastal sea breezes stay just offshore, so the beach is actually even a little bit warmer than inland areas, something we don't typically see this time of the year. There are those winds we talked about out of the southeast at 20 to 30 miles an hour. Tampa last report 26 gust. Apollo Beach 27. Bradenton and Sarasota 25. Newport Richey gusting to 27. And Hernando actually up near 30 miles an hour over the last hour with partly to mostly sunny skies. So that's going to continue tonight, tomorrow, and right through Wednesday. Our next weather system comes in on Thursday. It's a front. It's going to bring us some showers, going to bring us some thunderstorms, potentially even a couple of stronger storms as well on Thursday and into Thursday afternoon. And then I think skies clear and the weather works out beautifully for Easter weekend with sunny skies. There's a look at tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy. Wednesday, kind of the same setup. There comes the front. It's going to take 24 hours to make it from north to south, but when it does, rain chances will be rising on Thursday. Here's a look at the forecast today. Partly cloudy skies, warm and breezy. Tomorrow morning, we start in the upper 50s. We end in the low to middle 80s.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Dimmitt Automotive Group, serving Florida's Gulf Coast for over 100 years.
They're saying they're here to help you, and yet when I went to my lawmakers, they told me there's nothing they can do.
They told me that they weren't going to take responsibility.
I felt defeated after that phone call, which is why I turned to you guys.
State regulators are telling me that you're not registered in the state of Florida.
Were you aware this was a problem? No, actually, until you brought it to our attention, we thought that the numbers were being redacted.
You don't know how much your help means to me.
The ABC Action News I-Team. We listen, we investigate.
Next on ABC Action News at 4, Polk County education leaders are talking about changing school start times today, how you can share your input with the district. And we show you the progress being made at the Tangerine Plaza in St. Pete to fight food insecurity and bring a new free grocery store.